Hi guys, this is Alex from Mason Lifestyle. I hope everybody is doing well. I am a little bit under the weather if you can hear my voice. Sometimes I have to take breaks. I'm getting tired very often, but I mentioned earlier this week in my sewing plans that I was going to give you a pattern review for Chalk and Notch's new pattern, and that was released yesterday, and that is the Evelyn skirt. So the Evelyn skirt is a high-waisted midi skirt with a side slit. It actually has three different views. So one view is a midi and it goes 4 inches below your knee with a side slit and buttons on the side. That's view A. And I made that view. View B is a mini skirt and it hits right at your knee. I did not make a mini skirt, but many others did. It's beautiful. It does have buttons on the side. And the third view, view C, is a midi skirt with a side slit, but no buttons and an elasticated waist. This pattern is great. If you are a confident beginner, I actually feel that you get three skirt patterns in one, because really you can start with the elasticated version if you are a confident beginner. Do the elasticated waist and not have to deal with buttons, which is always great. And then as you feel a little bit more confident, you can move on into view A and view B with the buttons on the side. This pattern for Chalk and Notch comes from size 0 to 30, and the finished garment measurement for size 30 is, I believe it is, hold on, let me double check on this because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the correct information. A 62-inch for the hip measurement for size 30. So definitely size inclusive. And we had a couple of pattern testers in that size range, which is awesome. They made some beautiful skirts. Something to note for the skirt, because usually when we do pattern testing, they ask us to pick what view you would like to do. And obviously, you've never made it before, so you're just kind of looking at a picture of the technical drawings, and you just kind of pick, and you don't know what you are going to run into or find out. But I picked view C with the elasticated waist. But upon seeing everybody else's makes for view A, I decided, you know what? I'm also going to make view A with some leftover chambray fabric that I have here. It looked beautiful. And I also made view C that I mentioned, and I made that with rayon challis. Why do I mention that? It's really important that you pay attention to the fabric that you are picking for the actual view of the skirt that you are choosing. Why is that? So if you are doing view A, you definitely want to make sure that you keep in mind that you are putting buttons on the skirt. And yes, you are interfacing that area or you're going to be putting buttonholes. But obviously you don't want to make sure that your fabric is too lightweight where right, it's not holding itself in the button area. So you definitely want to make sure that you pick the right fabric for this. I picked a chambray. Some other people picked like an icat or a linen. So definitely keep those in mind when you're making view A or a view B. I also made view C, and I picked a rayon challis. And the reason why I picked a rayon challis is because you have that elasticated waistband. So you want to make sure that you don't have a bunch of fabric bunching on your waist. So you definitely want something really, really lightweight. Also, if you are making the view for the elasticated view C, you have to make sure that you are picking the correct hip size for this, because remember, when you're putting on the skirt, you are getting those through your hips and then on your waist. So sometimes keep in mind that we usually pick the size on the waist and then the hips, and we're thinking we're getting great. You really got to be careful on this, that you are picking the size of your hips, because that's where you have to get this through to get it through your waist. It is a great pattern. Definitely get it. It is 3 patterns in one. um, I definitely love this pattern. It was a quick and easy sew. And I know that they had asked us to purchase 2.5 or 2.25 yards. I was able to make my skirt in a with less than 2 yards. So keep that in mind. Also, chalk and notch patterns are drafted for someone that is 5 feet 7 inches. So I usually have to take off 2 inches off the hem length or somewhere around the hips. There are lengthen and shorten lines in the pattern if you need to do that. Um, and also, something that I absolutely love about Chalk and Notch, they add hem facings. So there is a hem facing for all of these views and also a facing for the slit. So you are not trying to just sew crazily on these spots. And the slit looks really nice when it's all said and done. They are having a sale on this pattern and it ends. Hold on, let me check when it ends. The sale on this ends on May 18th, which is next week. So make sure, May 18th of 2022, so make sure that you get the pattern before then if you want to get it at a discount price. So definitely something to think about. I love this pattern. I've made 3, but one was a muslin, so I was kind of throwing it and ripping it. So that one is going to be tossed to the side. But I made 2 skirts. They're super comfortable, perfect for summer. So definitely a great pattern to have in your stash. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments on this pattern, go ahead and leave them below, and I will see you guys next week. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Till next time.